I guess this is what you get for having friends. Being forced to turn into a monstrosity, having your entire worldview and ethics be put into peril. But hey, at least there's some interesting visuals for us to see. Saying goodbye to Junpei, probably. Well, definitely. There's not really a way back after you've been remolded. But we need to see more of the Jujutsu sorcerers. We need to follow along with the story, and if the patchwork monster can be hindered in his current state, Itadori is a little bit pissed. Good thing he's got the salaryman by his side. I like that it's letting it hang and linger. Did he touch you? Because, well, actually, yeah, knowing that it doesn't work on Itadori and knowing that, well, he's hosting Sukuna, could one of the two be connected? Took its time, but the music is ramping up. They're not gonna let him get away with it now. And considering I want... Do you need an eye? Seems like a weak point, but okay. Seeing this... Actually, animation style in a form that I can relate to and seen many times before. It just turned into a form that just spread out a bunch of needles and stab everywhere. Does he need the top spikes? And also, could he then just go from the spikes to the spikes? And oh my god. How would he hold himself back even if he gave himself a youthful vigor? So now the little ones are after the door and he's got to take care of them. Now, is that going to be the case forever? It seems no one was safe from being transformed. And after seeing it as a bit of a mercy, and he's going to be all the better for it. There's not much he can do now since most of his ploys are not playing out the way he deemed. Not giving him a moment to think about how to transform to combat the situation. Oh no. When it seems like he's enjoying it. Ah. I see. Don't get touched by the hands. This is where... I would say this is where the animation budget went on all of these, but... it had more than enough to do well. Was it only him in there? Was Yuji able to get out? Also, a domain expansion which is just nothing but hands, and his thing of if you get touched, then... well, you're like modelling clay. I think the constant ebb and flow going back and forth of who's in control, who's getting the shit beat out of them, while also just being a learning experience. Also, if he continuously forces Yuji to make these tough decisions, to stand up and question his methods of wanting to keep everyone alive, even if it's to their own... to a negative. Ah. You need to do something. There's no way to escape, and he doesn't have his own. Okay. And in one with so many hands and a guaranteed hit, you are screwed. Literally and metaphorically. And if only he could have gone home. Was that Brie and Ham? I was about to say, this looks like a proper bakery. Of course it would be better than mass-produced convenience stuff. If it's not bad enough to actually interfere with someone's life. Hello. Wow. Actually getting to see his profession before this. And I'm guessing a new hire. Please don't touch me. Cherry boy. Because money is money, and as long as they increase profits for the company, screw everyone. Having a generic job that doesn't really do anything. No real prospect for himself. A job is a job as long as it brings in the funds. He can live for what he wants as long as he has money. Money to turn on lights. The fact that he's seeing the world in a darker place, because that's where he is. That's pretty much all it is. And his job holds no meaning to him, and he could be replaced immediately. How unfair is that? I think that was the opposite of what he was doing, but okay. Goodbye, little flyhead. Has the weight been lifted? He's doing something that actually helped out there, and getting a thank you for it. Ah. Maybe there's more value in being a sorcerer. Damn it, Gojo. He's received enough already. Someone cannot be kept out forever. Excuse me. I'm coming in. The weaker the outside is. So in his current state, there was no keeping him out. And now you have a hole in which to escape. Why would you want to go inside, yeah? There is no sense of whether or not it's a good idea. And, yep, Tsukuna's not going to be happy about that. More proud and conceited. That's a good way of describing what we've seen so far. Matters little. There's one that just caught his eye. And everything we had been told about domain expansion being guaranteed hit and impossible to evade and whatnot, and then shattered from the inside just through Sukuna's own power there. Do not like the blood spreading over the eye. A good question, and can he avoid remodel himself to get out of this one. Now's an opening, I guess. He's using what little he's got left. All the bigger to hit. As long as he can get in and give him one big hit, one big punch. I really do like the divergent fist. Was that a distraction or something? And he's gone. Sweep the sewers, see what we can do. Even you could exercise him, that's good. But I don't think Itadori is up to it right now. I mean, he has been perforated a few times. He's really not looking good. The King of Curses? I mean, one way of looking at it. He knows how to use it, and is not hesitant either if you get in his way. So as long as he's doing his duty, he doesn't care. Well, I don't believe he's going to be getting that wish. Just wait for the next time, the next opportunity. Having a visual like this in front of you. And he was not happy about it. Doesn't matter. Well... Sometimes, yeah, people die, and if you can level up the benefits overall, it goes against everything that he has been trying to practice so far. Also, I think it just made it worse than the three that were sent after him were probably, most likely, altered children. He's not one to back down from trying to help anyone. You have to learn the harsh truth sooner or later. Not like these surveys or anything actually ever change anything. Because it's easier just to ignore it. Oh, so the problem's gone? What's the matter? A small price to pay. It's a bit late now, but at least some repercussions are coming through. Wow. He's actually taking things seriously on himself more than I thought he would. He's not a bad person, he's just trying to keep uninvolved in it, maybe? At least there's been some change for the better. It just took cursed spirits to do it. Not sure that's a good message. Now that is the determination you want to see. Also, having that sincere and honest ending, and then this. With Itadori, starting from where he was in episode 1 to now questioning everything that he kind of holds, and can he go up and save people if he also causes some of them to die along the way? What if he has to, as he said, pull the trigger himself? I've got a lot to think about, actually. But first, let's do the little dumb thing. Okay. Are we just going to be enjoying lunch? Put all the ingredients in, use to... I mean, as far as procedures go, and oh, there's the ingredient list. Yeah, fairly easy. And by fairly, I mean incredibly. Well, you need to thank him then. All summed down into a meatball. Even. To think they were having the same meal in two separate places. Both talking about the meatballs as well. Really, I think what we're seeing now, the exponential growth that Yuji is having, everything that's being put through, it's not really, first day at work kind of thing. I don't think a sorcerer is going, okay, I'm now at the high school to become a sorcerer. Oh, right. Being thrown into the middle of it with everyone so interested in him. But I guess that's what you get for eating fingers. Also, if he just strolls back in now and says, "Oh, hi, yeah, I'm not actually dead. That was a temporary setback," I don't believe he's going to be welcomed with open arms. But I know that I am fully kind of satisfied with that episode, seeing a domain expansion, having Yuji break in from the outside, having Sukuna kind of step in and go, "Really now? I did warn you." And thanks to everything involved, he can be bested. Although escaping to the sewers, and we weren't privy to what happened afterwards, but I'm guessing he got away, for the time being at least, to come back and antagonise us even more. Who's he going to mould and throw at usually next time? Having Itadori take down more civilians? Building up his resolve to completely eviscerate and destroy every last speck of this twisted cursed spirit that roams the world. But born from Itadori's rage and sadness and about not being able to be strong enough to save everyone involved, even those that are past saving, it's going to take quite a lot to break through his mental state and wear him down. Really, all good character where everything can work as long as you all work together, as long as you put in the effort and believe the world can be a better place. I want to see more domain expansions. I want to see Nanami get a little bit of a power creep so that he can have his own and not be, damn, it's a stage that he never managed to reach. Also, I did just take a little break to Google what his name was, so now that Mahito has been put in place, really, what about the others of this little friend group thing? Are they going to show up again and cause more of an issue? Are we going to see some battles with them and their little attempts to drag out Sukuna and rebirth him? I think out of most enemies I can think of, Mahito being, with his techniques and skills that he's got, and his willingness to just pull in and use anyone that crosses his path, would be the best fit to force Yuji into the road that he's going. Which is probably not to their plan. It's just digging his heels in even further with a valour and wantingness to eradicate all evil spirits. And with an attitude that won't let him give up. Still, we need to see more. We need to see the students. We need to see some really good fucking animation. Also, whenever I'm watching this, I always just hope that we get the same kind of animation that we see in Mob Psycho and other big Sakuga type things. And I cannot really remember the name, but it's... one sec. The kind of animation style that we see from Nakamura. And Utapon cubes. Floor shatters, squares, debris. That's what I mean. We all know it when we see it, and it's very kind of visual, and I believe, anyone that takes inspiration from that and breaks it into their own kind of style, if an animation director or someone follows that, it's always going to be good, especially when there are some very good animators working on this. So, I need to see more. You know what? I can't wait. Hopefully you can too. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Leave a like and a comment. Possibly subscribe if you want to see more. Help out the channel in any way you can think of. Maybe join my Discord. But now, get some rest. And I'll see you in the next one. My patrons have got their own domain expansion, have trapped me inside, forcing all the more anime out of me as they can. Although, let's be honest, it's not too bad. I can stay in there for quite a while. So I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthea, Kite, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Mega42, Akane, Tori Jane, Danny Sweet, and everyone else. And if you would like to use your own curse energy, consider joining onto my Patreon and helping out the channel.